Hi everyone, my name is Amor from Campus Mazatlan, and today I'm going to talk about the new international order for evidence tree. Well, since this topic is very viral, I will be focusing four main points: globalization, trade, digital revolution, and terrorism. So, let's begin. First of all, do you know what is globalization? Well, globalization is a complex economic, social, political, technological, and cultural process of a planetary scale, and it is characterized by an increasing connection, communication, and interdependence among the nations that make up the world, bringing with all in series of changes and trends that tend to all the same time to the plurality in a certain paradoxical homogenization. Now that we know what globalization is, I would like to describe how positively and negatively globalization influences the world. For this, I think that the importance of globalization is found in that thanks to the borders between different countries gradually fade to disappear. So this establishing agreements that unify various parts of the world from an economic point of view with the trade agreements, even to the point of political view, such as creation of the European Union. Some points of globalization that influence in a positive way are improving the global economy, expanding knowledge of foreign cultures, and also it can be the decisions for the world and not only for the country. I mean, the political powers and governments are joining together all over. One great example of this is the European Union, like I said before. Another one is the movement of labor, and the free trade makes a happy economy. I mean, with this, through globalization, the idea that all trade barriers will be lifted is very real. On the other hand, if we talk about the negative, we can say that there is an economic imbalance between countries. Immigration from the countries of the south to the north in search for work, food, a better quality of life, unemployment, among others. So, the next main point is trade. And trade is a negotiation that is established when buying or selling goods and mercantile. Socioeconomic activity that consists the purchase and sales of goods, whether for their use, for their sale, or for their transformation. And it is about the transaction of something in exchange for something else of equal value. So, which can be money. For this, I'm going to mention the WTO. And you may think, but what is that? What does that mean? Well, the WTO is the World Trade Organization and is the only global international organization dealing with the rules of trade between nations. It was integrated in 1995, and its heart of the WTO agreements negotiated and signed by the bulk of the world's trading nations, ratified in their parliaments. This organization has 164 members and 23 observers governments. The goal is to help producers of goods and services exporters and importers conduct their business. The World Trade Organization is run by its member governments. All major decisions are made by the membership as a whole, either by ministers or by their ambassadors or delegates. I think that the World Trade Organization is important as it oversees trade negotiations between countries as well as providing a place for dispute resolutions. Headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, and it is the largest international economic organization in the world. So, continuing, the third main point is the digital revolution, which is a shift from mechanical and analog electronic technology to digital electronics, which began in the late of the 50s and the late of the 70s. With the adoption and proliferation of digital computers and records that continue to our days. Implicitly, the term also refers to the radical changes brought about the digital computing and communication technology during and after the second half of the 20th century. In a manner analogous to the agricultural revolution and industrial revolution, the digital revolution marked the beginning of the information age. Some advantages of the digital revolution are real time communication, easy access to all information, automation of services, improvement in education, among others. On the other hand, the disadvantages are the insulation of society and reduction of interpersonal relationships, increasing piracy, and others. So, the last but not least point is terrorism. Terrorism is nomination through terror. The control that is sought from violent acts whose purpose is to instill fear. Terrorism therefore seeks to coerce and pressure governments or society in general to improve their claims and proclamation. So, answering the following question, how do you think technology benefits or affects terrorism? Well, the arrival of the new digital era will also mean an increase in violent activity driven by the greater ability of technology. The internet provides dangerous information to potential criminals and extremists that is well known. What is less known is how the access will evolve on a global scale in the future. Many of the populations that will be connected online in the next decade are very young and live in ethnic areas with limited economic opportunities and all stories of internal and extreme conflicts. It follows that in some places, the arrival of the new digital era will also mean an increase in violent activity driven by the greater ability of technology. Well, now that we've finished these four main concepts or four main points of the international order, I really hope that you like this video because I really like these kind of topics because all of them are very interesting. And I was wondering that which one of the four main concepts or four main points would you like the best? Thanks everyone.